Hello and welcome. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to talk about cryptocurrency news. There's a cryptocurrency exchange that is stopping leveraged crypto trading. This is kind of unique because most exchanges are just now starting leverage trading. And so for this particular exchange to be putting an end to leverage trading is unique in the sense that most of them are going the other direction. So let's get into it. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. I'm not smarter than you. You are smarter than you realize. Do not trust what I say. Do your own research. You know, when I say do not trust what I say, the reason for that is I have my perspective on things. You're going to have a different perspective on things. And I just want you to know, hey, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to give you the absolute end-all, be-all information. Plus, I recorded this on December 18th, 2019. I don't know when you're watching it. Could be years later. So years later, some of the information I present today could have changed. And so it's always really important with anything that you're looking at investing money or spending money on. Hey, do your own research. Don't just take one person's word for it, but gather more information so that you have a broader perspective before you make an investment or make a decision. It's just a good way to go about things so that you can make the best decision for your family, for yourself. So let's get into this, but without any further ado, cryptocurrency exchange Coincheck is going to halt leverage trading in Q1 of 2020. Japanese crypto exchange Coincheck has abruptly decided to cancel leverage trading just months after relaunching the tool. So this isn't the first time that they've offered leverage trading, and it's not the first time that they've canceled it either. In a blog post on December 16th, the platform said it had already stopped users from creating new leveraged positions. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about when it comes to leverage trading, I know that a lot of people are not real familiar with leverage trading that are listening to my channel. And so the first thing I wanted to talk about, this is from Coincheck. And basically, this is an article that they put together that covers leverage trading, and I want to share a few things from it. So, what is margin trading? Margin trading and leverage trading are essentially the same thing. This is where you make trades using money borrowed from someone else or a brokerage. While the potential rewards can be high, there are some sizable risks that investors need to contend with. Let's start with an example using dollars. Imagine you have $50. Margin trading is where you leverage $500 based on this sum of money in your pocket. As you'd imagine, the principle in the cryptocurrency world is quite similar. Let's say you want to buy ethereum worth $1,000, but you've only got $500 available. Through margin trading, you'd be able to borrow an extra $500, getting you up to the magic total. If your $1,000 in ethereum grew to, say, $1,500, you'd be able to liquidate it and return the $500 to the lender, leaving you with a gross profit of $500. So the essential idea behind leverage trading is with a smaller amount of money, you can make a larger amount of profit. But, of course, the value of cryptocurrencies can dramatically go down as well as up. In a scenario where the price of Ethereum went down by 50%, your lender would be able to get their $500 first before you can access funds, potentially leaving you with nothing. Now, there's exchanges out there, and I'll leave a link to the rest of this article, so if you want to take a deeper dive into margin trading, what are the common risks, are margin tradings regulated, etc., etc. I'll leave a link to this so that you can get more details out of this article. But basically, we kind of covered the beginnings of it. But when you take on leverage trading, there's cryptocurrency exchanges out there that will allow you Whoops, that's not what I was trying to do. And that's not it either. All right, so there's exchanges out there that for every dollar, they'll give you $100. So in other words, if you had a $1,000 investment, they would let you borrow $100,000 to buy cryptocurrency with. The problem with that is that a 1% change in the price of your cryptocurrency would completely liquidate your $1,000 and you'd lose 100% of that $1,000. Now, you could always do things like put stop losses in, et cetera, but the problem with stop losses is while they may get triggered when the loss is only a certain amount, they may not get fulfilled at the price it was triggered at. The trading market can move so fast that you say, okay, I want you to trigger my stop loss at 5% or 0.5% because you've got a 1%, with a 1% loss, you're going to completely lose your $1,000. In other words, you've invested $1,000, and as soon as you've lost $1,000 on this 100,000 bet, and that's only a 1% change in the price, they will take 100% of your investment. Now, if you're doing 50x, 50 times your money for $1,000, they'll give you $50,000 to trade on. But even at that, there's only a 2% window. Once it's gone against you by 2%, you've lost 100% of your money. Now, one of the things about leveraged trading is you can bet that the price of the cryptocurrency is going to go up, and you can also bet that the price is going to go down. So let me give you some other examples here. So here's a recent Bitcoin chart. Now see this green bar right here? In this example, and this happened, as you can see, December 18th, 2019. The date is down in this area. So if you watch as I scroll around, you can see that the date down here is December 18th, 2019. And this green bar had a pretty significant jump over in this corner right up in here in the parentheses. It'll tell you the percentage change. So let me go back there. And you can see that in this green bar, there was a 10% change. That 10% change came in the period of a single day because the chart we're looking at is what's called a one-day chart. So each bar in this chart represents one 24-hour period. And so in 24 hours, the price changed by 10%. Now, if you had been betting that the price was going to go down even further, because, hey, if you look at this chart, it's been going down and going down and going down. And if you decided, you know what, this looks like it's going to continue going down, and you decided to do a leverage buy, and you were going to bet that that's going to continue going down, that's called shorting the price. You're doing a short sale. When you do a short sale like this, and the price suddenly turns against you with it jumping 10% like that, let's go back to our little chart. So 10%, if all you did was you have $1,000, you did 10x, which gave you $10,000 to buy and trade with, that 10x leveraged trade would have been wiped out with a 10% change. And so if you had made that investment this day and weren't doing something, either stop loss or monitoring it really closely to get out of it as the price was going up, you would lose 100% of your money, or could have lost 100% of your money as the price skyrocketed. Here's the tricky part though. While this shows a 10% change for the day, if we drill into the 5-minute or 10-minute or 20-minute chart, you'll see that it had significant moves in a matter of minutes. And so if you're not watching this stuff and online 24/7, because cryptocurrency exchanges are live 24/7, then you may miss the window of opportunity to either make profits and secure them or to get out before you've lost your entire investment. And so as you can see by the kind of the nature of what I'm talking about, while there's lots of people promoting, hey, get into leverage trading and you can make a lot of money in leverage trading, it's true that you can make a lot of money, but the sad thing is that a large percentage, and when I say large, the numbers I've heard, and I can't verify them because I don't have actual exchange data, but I've heard numbers as high as 90% of the people that are doing leverage trading are losing money. So if you decide to do leveraged trading, be sure you're only using money that you're willing to lose 100% of it, and that it would not affect your lifestyle. Just like I talk about in my disclaimer, cryptocurrency involves substantial risk of loss. Now, when we're talking about leverage trading, whatever denomination, so if you're doing 10x, you're taking that substantial risk of loss and multiplying it by tenfold or 20-fold or 50 or even 100-fold. You're magnifying the potential for gain, but you're also magnifying the potential for loss. And so I consider leverage trading extremely risky, and I personally am not a leverage trader. So cryptocurrency involves substantial risk. Leverage trading multiplies that risk and is not suitable for every investor. Trade only with risk capital. That is, trade with money that, if lost, will not adversely impact your lifestyle and your ability to meet your financial obligations. Past results are no indication of future performance. In no event should the content of this video be construed as an express or implied promise or guarantee. And the reason why I put this disclaimer here is you really need to be aware of the risks and the rewards of what you're getting involved with before you invest in it. And so while I'm willing to invest and not do leverage trading, I also realize, hey, I am at risk of losing money. And now I have the hope of making money, and I'm believing that we will make significant money from our cryptocurrency investments. But that's something that time will tell. Time will tell. So in the meantime, how can I be of service to you? If you have any questions about leverage trading, I've covered this extremely briefly. If you want more information, if you have any disagreements with what I've said, please leave comments below. You know things I don't know. I know things you don't know. And when we get together, if we can politely discuss our disagreements, hey, we're both going to get smarter as a result. In the meantime, I hope that you'll like, subscribe, and hodl. And I hope that you have a fantastic day.